Okay, today's front project is, this is a 1958 SL190. As you can see, the shape of the car is not in the greatest condition because I can walk right through this side and through this side and through this side. And I can stick my hand through here too. But the big plan here is we don't need all this. We're only using the body. We got our lovely donor car over here. So the donor car is a 2010 Z4 BMW. And the reason of choice of this car is because the wheelbase, the size, everything is pretty similar to this car. And what we're going to end up doing is de-skinning the Z4, removing all the outer skin on it. And we'll be retrofitting the classic Mercedes skin on top of this. So the car will look like a 58. It'll cruise like a 58, but it'll have the performance of a newer BMW Z4.
Don't you think it's a bit weird putting BMW parts into a classic Mercedes body?
Mercedes to BMW, yeah, it's give and take. But you know what the heck, it's 2014, there's guys getting married to guys and girls getting married to girls and a whole mix of other races, so I'm not biased.
Nice to meet you.
That's it?
That's it, what I can say.
What do you think of this project?
Well, it would be exciting.
A bit weird?
Huh?
BMW going into an old classic Mercedes body?
That's a little bit odd, but I think it will be very nice.
So on this car, compared to the BMW, the wheelbase is almost dead on. The width of the car is exactly the same. So the only thing that we have to decide to do is start figuring where we're going to start cutting. The customer, he doesn't want the original dash. He does all the interior from the BMW, the electronics, everything will stay from the BMW. So, you know, we'll start removing the pieces we're not going to use. We'll keep the whole front clip as one piece. The door skins we'll have to make by hand to match the Z4 doors, but with this Mercedes shape. There's a lot of metal work that has to be done to the car, on which we're going to keep the front end. The quarter panels, we'll get new ones from the reproduction companies that make new panels for them, and even maybe a new bonnet. So, I mean, besides doing the retrofit, there's still actually a lot of metal work to do because the car, this body's in pretty bad condition. He found it out in the field somewhere in the U.S. and he shipped it across in a container as scrap parts. So it's going to be still a little bit of a challenge to get it together, even though we have a full, complete running car over there.
Here in UAE, I think you have to be special in any way. You have to be special, unique and different. So once you created this car, you know, when you make this mix between those two cars, I think it will be the one of the kind, you know. Nobody ever, I think of this kind of idea.
Yeah, I mean, we were doing these type of builds in the States, and when we started doing them, it was still in its infant stage of building Corvettes with old bodies on it. But in the Middle East, nobody's doing this, and you know, of course, there's a lot of European cars, so we have to work with what we have here. So, you know, the customer, he wants this done, and so we're the people who's going to make it happen for him.
All right, one more time. Again, we'll fit in. One more. One last one. Was that the right hand? Same hand?
Yeah.
There you go.